Good day, good people. This is Captain Kirk Douglas of the legendary Roots crew, and you're watching another episode of Guitar Stories. And if this little thing I do over here is called Guitar Stories, then I would be remiss if I did not mention what I kind of consider to be one of the greatest guitar stories ever told. You've heard the guitar story of, when a guitarist passed on to another before. Maybe I didn't tell that one yet, but that makes me think of another one, but I'll get to that another time. This is about when a guitar was loaned to somebody and when the outcome is one that is less than desired. I'm talking about the time that I loaned my guitar to one Prince Rogers Nelson. This happened back in 2013 when Prince was scheduled to be on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. He showed up to his rehearsal without a guitar. Who does that? Who can do that? Prince, that's who. Because there's other people that are paid to handle that for him, and I don't know what happened on this occasion, but his guitar was not there for his sound check. So Prince went to our stage manager and said, I don't have a guitar. And our stage manager said, well, maybe you can borrow one of Kirk's. So Keith McPhee led Prince to our dressing room, and where I have about 5 guitars there. And Prince spotted my 1961 Epiphone Crestwood. This guitar is one of my favorite guitars, and it's a guitar that normally is not in 30 Rock, but I had it there for some rehearsals, so I needed that sound, I needed that guitar. And Prince saw that, probably saw the purple strap on said guitar and said, I want to use that one. So he used it for sound check, and I got a whole bunch of calls. I got Facebook messages with pictures of Prince playing my guitar, and I'm super excited about it. I show up later for work that day, and my guitar's in the dressing room. I was like, wow, Prince used this guitar. Very excited by it. And when it came time for the show, our music booker at the time came up to me and said, Prince wants to purchase your guitar and he wants to use it for the performance. And I immediately thought, that's amazing. Well, Prince can certainly use the guitar for the performance, but he certainly cannot buy it from me because it's not for sale. As I stated before, one of my favorite guitars, if not my absolute favorite guitar. And so my guitar left the podium, left the bandstand, and then it came back right before the show started. So we do the show. It's finally time for Prince to perform. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. And Prince gets on stage. He had a Vox guitar he was playing. I think it had his face on it or something. And he did the first song. And then after he did the first song, he comes over to me and he says, yo, let me see that other guitar. And so like a Prince fan, I let him see that other guitar. And he plays Bambi with it. He does an incredible version of Bambi. And he's shredding, and I'm just watching, it's a lifetime of Prince fandom all coming together in this one moment of excitement, and just, I couldn't believe what I was seeing in front of me. And at the end of the song, he's playing, and he puts the guitar, lifts the guitar up, and I think he's about to play behind his head, but he's not playing behind his head. What he does is he lifts the guitar up and he throws it in the air, and it comes crashing down to the ground, and it's squealing in feedback. and he just struts off the stage. And I was completely crestfallen. And I knew that there were cameras on me, and I knew there was nothing I could do about it, and I just had to sit there and be in it. And I remember looking to my right, and Mark Kelly, our bass player, was laughing hysterically. There's some camera footage of isolated footage of my reaction that I'll try to dig out one day. I would probably have it somewhere, but it's kind of priceless. So Keith, the stage manager, comes over to me. He's like, Prince wants to talk to you. I'm like, yeah, I want to talk to Prince. So I have a piece of my guitar in each hand, and I go to where he's mixing, and it's so loud I can't even hear what's being said. But all I can make out was, I'm sorry. I can make out, I apologize. I'll take care of it. Because the music was so loud because he's mixing the performance he just did. And so the song's over. He mixes the song. He's about to walk out. So I have the guitar. I have a piece of the guitar. And I said, okay, man, you broke the guitar. Do you think you can at least sign it? And his response is, oh, I haven't signed anything since the 70s. Yeah, wouldn't sign it. So that happened. And I mentioned that guitar was never in 30 Rock. The only reason that guitar was in 30 Rock was we had some rehearsals to do that week, the Roots, for a tribute performance that was taking place at Lincoln Center. It was a tribute performance to Prince. Yeah. And the dude broke the guitar. But totally has there's so many silver linings to this story. I mean, like he said he'd take care of it. The day after, his management contacted me. They wired money into my account. I was able to fix my car at the time. And I got the guitar fixed right before the performance at Lincoln Center. And I remember it was amazing because we were rehearsing with Wendy Melvoin, and I remember just hearing her reaction, and there was such a nice outreach from people after it happened. She was just like, it's like he knew what he was doing, Elvis Costello reached out to me, saying he got an email from Jackson Browne that located another guitar like it. It led to so many cool conversations. Chris Rock, who was at the Lincoln Center tribute, he's like, well, now you have your own Prince was an asshole to me story. And that guitar, I wish I could show it to you right now, but I can't because it's in Cleveland at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, part of the Play It Loud exhibit. Yeah, so that guitar, it's bigger than me, but I'm so happy to have played a part in what's now widely regarded as rock and roll history. And as many times as I've told this story, I always run into people that have never heard of it. I'm like, really? You never heard of this? And I hope you have some time, maybe, a nice cold drink to enjoy the story, because it's quite a good bar stool story. So that's what happened the time I loaned Prince my guitar. Luckily, I have it. I don't have it with me personally, but eventually I'm going to get it back. And it's fully playable, it's perfectly intact, and it's sounding better than ever. So Prince, thank you for that experience. And I wish you were still here, that we could laugh and joke about that. But thankfully you left behind so much amazing music for us to dance to and ponder and learn from and be inspired by. And you would definitely get a kick out of these times, I'm sure. So thank you for joining me on another guitar story, and tune in next time. Cheers.